Hello students, once again welcome to the Java session. So today we are going to see the other tokens of Java. See, last class we are discussed the first three tokens of Java. So what are the different types of tokens in the Java programming language? Identifiers, keywords, literals, separators, operators, comments. First three we discussed in the last class. Identifiers are names which are going to give to the any user defined names in the programming like class name, variable name, method name, object name, interface name, package name, anything names we are going to given by using the identifier rules. By following the identifier rules you are going to define the name, that are the identifiers. Then the keywords are reserved words which cannot be used as an identifiers. So each keyword is having the special meaning to the compiler, so that keywords are reserved words, it is having already some special meaning and it is having some function. So those keywords we cannot be used as our identifiers. And I given the some list of keywords in the last class. And one more is literals. Literals are constant in the Java. So constants are fixed values that cannot be changed during the execution of the program. So what are the different types of literals in Java means? The literals are, there are different types like integer literal, character literal, floating point literals and boolean literals, string literals. All these literals I also given the examples in the last session. And today we are going to see the other tokens. So that is separators. Fourth one is separators. See, separators are, it will going to separate the code, it will going to separate the block of code into the individual sections or individual segments. So using some separator symbols. What are the separators? Yeah, separators also called in the Java punctuators. So separators are going to use to separate the code, to divide the code into the number of segments. So and those segments are going to be divided by using the some separator symbols called for example semicolon, comma, braces, parentheses, etc. What are the different types of separators? So here types of separators. Separator description example. See, first separator parenthesis. So parenthesis, this parenthesis we are going to use to define the any expression, to define any mathematical expression, or you are going to use to define the function declaration or method declaration or method being called. See, this can be used to define expression, and define function declaration or method declaration. And the method called. Examples. For example, see, for example, int integer display. So here the method name is display. This can be defined by using the symbol parenthesis. The methods can be defined by using the parenthesis symbol, or you can also define this parenthesis symbol to define the expression. See here I am defining the expression, mathematical expression 6 into 2. 6 into 2, this is one expression. So this I can be enclosed in the parenthesis symbol. Understood? What is the parenthesis symbol? Parenthesis symbol is a one type of separator. This you are going to use to define any mathematical expression, or you can define the method declaration or method to be called by the list of parameters. Then another separator, square brackets. So these square brackets we are going to use to define the array. So in the any programming language, if you want to define array, we are going to use what? Square bracket. So to define array. So example, how we can define the array in Java? See here. So integer my array is equal to new int of 10. Here my array is a name of the array of type integer. My array is a variable name or array name of type integer. This array is contains, what is the size? 10. This array is contains 10 locations or 10 index values. So we can store in this array 10 values. You can enter 10 numbers or you can store 10 values in this array. So how we can declare and creating the array means, so you can declare and creating the array in Java is like this. So this is called a declaration, this is called a initialization. See, integer my array is equal to new int of 10. So array always can be defined by using the square bracket. Understood? Already you know in the other languages. Then another separator is called curly braces. Curly braces. So this curly braces we are going to use to start and stop the any block of code, and also we are going to use to start the methods. To start the any method or any function, you are going to start with the curly braces and you are going to end with the corresponding curly brace. And also you can also start any class in Java by using the curly braces, beginning and corresponding end. And also it is going to use to define any block of code by using the while loop or any selection statements or any iteration statement or any other types of block of code can be defined by using the curly braces. To define, to begin and end any block of code. And to start any class and interface, etc. So to begin and end any block of code, and also use to start and stop any class and interfaces. Example, for example, void display system.out.println hello. See, so here display is a one method. So this display method is contains one statement that is called system.out.println hello. So the hello string will be displayed on the console, on the screen, by using the system.out.println. So this method will be started with the opening brace and will be end with the corresponding closing brace. Here we are using the curly braces to start and stop the method. Similarly, you can also use to start the class. For example, class ABC, and here you can declare some variables, and also you can use some methods, etc. And finally class will be end. So even you can use the curly braces to start and stop the any class. And what are the other separators? Next one is semicolon. The semicolon we are going to use to end the any statements in the programming. So to terminate the statements in the program or to terminate the declaration of variables, we are going to use the semicolon. To terminate any statements, any Java statements, or to terminate the declaration. See example, for example, integer a comma b comma c. Here this is the declaration. A, B, C are three variables of type integer. These three variables are separated with comma, and finally it will be terminated with the semicolon. That is end of the declaration. End of the declaration. Or you can also use for statements, terminate the statement. For example, system.out.println hello. See here, this is a one statement. In the Java, this is a one statement, that is displaying statement, system.out.println hello. So after end of the statement, you have to put the semicolon. That is the end of the statement. End of the statement. So that indicates the end of the statement. So that is the use of semicolon. Next, another one is comma. Comma. See, the comma separator we are going to use to separate the list of variables in the declaration, or we are also going to use to separate the list of the parameters in the function being called or method being called or method declaration. There we are using the comma to separate the list of variables. List of variables or parameters, list of variables in declaration. To separate list of parameters in method declaration. Method declaration or method call. See example. So for example, here already given the previous example, integer a comma b comma c. Here these are the list of variables. These variables are separated with the comma. All three variables are belongs to the same data type, that is called integer. And also you can use to method declaration and a method being called. For example, see here integer sum int a comma int b, int a comma int b. So here int a and int b are two parameters or two arguments. This will be separated in the by using the comma. And this is a method declaration, or method being called also can be separated like this. So the comma can be used to separate the list of variables of same data type in the single line, and also the comma you are going to use to separate the list of parameters or arguments in the method being declared or method being called. Next, last one, dot, period. Dot or period. So this dot operator or period operator we are going to use to concatenate the class and method. To concatenate class and method being called. If you want to link the class and method, or if you want to link the object and method, we are going to use the dot operator. For example, see, to link between class and method. See example here. For example, system dot out dot println. Hi. See here, system dot out dot println, these three are going to link, or you are going to concatenate by using the dot operator. System is a class. System is a predefined class from the java.lan package. Out is a object, or out is a instance of print stream class, and println is a method. Println is a method to print the line on the console. So println also a method from the Java, that is a print stream class. So these three we are going to concatenate, or we are going to link together by using the dot operator. And also we can use directly, for example, object dot method, object dot sum. Here object is a one class and sum is a one method. So class and method we are going to link together by using the dot operator. So like this we can link together, or we concatenate to call the any method from the class. So these are the different types of separators using in the Java. But separators are going to use to divide your code, divide your programming into the number of segments. So by using some separator symbols, using these symbols we are going to divide your program into the number of segments. So separators also called as in the Java punctuators. So what are the different types of separators? So parenthesis, brackets, braces, curly braces, semicolon, comma, dot, that is period operator. So parentheses are used to define expression, any mathematical expression. Also you are using to define the method declaration and the method being called. To define any method we are going to use the parenthesis symbol. Next, square brackets. Square brackets we are going to use to define the any array declaration, array initialization. Here we are going to declaring and creating the array. So my array is equal to new array. Int my array is the name of the array of type integer. This will be created by using the new operator, and this array will be created with the size 10. Next, curly braces. So curly braces we are going to use to begin and end any block of code, and also to begin and end of the any class or interface. Here this is a method display. This method we are going to start and stop by using the curly braces. Inside the braces we can write the set of statements. For example, I written one statement. Next, semicolon. Semicolon we are using to terminate any Java statements, and also used to terminate the declaration, variable declaration. See here, this is the variable declaration we are terminated at the end by semicolon. Here we are terminated the statement at the end by using semicolon. Next, comma. Comma is another separator. This we are going to use to separate the list of variables of same type in a single line. And here ABC are all three are same type of integer. This we are separated with the comma. Then it is also used to separate the list of parameters or arguments in the method declaration or method being called. Here sum is an method. This method is having two arguments or two parameters, that is int a comma int b. There we are separated a and b with the comma. These are the types of separators. Next, fifth one, operators. See, these operators we are going to discuss separately in the other chapters. There is a one chapter separately, operators and expressions. There you will see the details of operators. We already studied in the other languages operators, that is arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operators, special operators, okay, conditional operators. All these operators we are going to see with examples detail in the next chapter. And the next one, comments. That is sixth one, comments. comments are non-executable statement in the programming. So those comments are not read by the compiler. The compiler just ignore those comments and it will skip those comments that will be written for the user readability and understandability. That is written for the user purpose. User can read and understand the programming or code better. So that comments are using for the only the readability and understandability of the program. So if you are going to write any comments in the program, so that can be helpful for the any programmer or any user to understand your program very easily. And also you can also write the line by line comment if you want to explain your code detail by using the some comment symbols. So that is optional. If you want to write, you can write the comments or you can skip the comments. So already you know the comments in the other languages also we are used the comments in the programming. Those comments are just for user purpose, for understanding, that will not going to read by the compiler, that will just ignore the compiler, that will going to skip the compiler, that will in compiler will going to read only your executable commands. This is non-executable commands which are going to write with the by using the comment symbols. So in the Java there are 3 types of comments. Single line comment, multi-line comment, Java doc comment. So first single line comment. What is single line comment? The single line comments are we are going to use to make the single line as comment. If you want to make any single line as comment, that we are going to define by using the symbol is called double slash. So we are using the double slash symbol like C++. So here also we are using the same symbol to define the any single line as comment in your program, in your source program. So we can use the double slash. For example, if you write like this, integer a comma b comma c, here you can write variable declaration. This is a variable declaration. So what is this? This line indicates what? This is variable declaration. Like that you can write the comments for you can easily understand what this line indicates, what this line says, that you can easily understand if you write the comments. So even other programmers, others also can use your code and they can understand better by following your comment lines. So this is single line comment, only one line you can comment by using this symbol, that is called double slash. So next, multi-line comments. Multi-line comments means if you want to comment more than one line, if you want to comment more than one line, that is multiple lines, if you want to make comment, then you can use multi-line comments by using the symbol is called slash slash star then star slash. So this is the multi-line comments. See, this multi-line comments we are going to comment with the multiple lines in your code. So for example, here I am going to write some code. For example, void display For example, here I written one method display. In this method some statements are there. I want to make this complete line as comment, then you can comment like this star, so slash as star, then again star slash, then this complete block is comment. This complete block is comment, made way comment. This block will not going to read the compiler. This complete block, this complete method will be skipped, it will be ignored, because you made in between these symbols you put this complete block, so that it will be ignored, it will be skip the compiler. So that is multi-line comments. You can make the multiple lines as a comment, you can make the multiple lines like that. Then Java document. So Java document, you will going to make the comment for your Java program. Suppose if you want to put the comment line for Java doc comment is like this, slash double asterisk, then slash star single slash. So this is Java doc comment, slash double asterisk, then finally single asterisk slash. So whichever the code will be enclosed in between these symbols, then those code generate the documentation automatically. Java doc, it will generate the documentation for your code, it will generate the documentation for your source code, whichever the lines are enclosed in these symbols, in this begin and end symbol. For example, if you are going to write any some code, for example, if you are going to write some code, class ABC, integer a comma b comma c, then sum, integer sum, c is equal to a plus b, return c, and finally class end. So these, if you are going to make comments, if you are going to make comment like this, then for this code it will generate the documentation. Whichever the code will be enclosed in between the start of Java doc and end of Java doc comment, so those lines code will be generated automatically. The background, this documentation for this code, documentation will be generated automatically by the compiler. So that is Java doc comment. But mainly we are using these are the two comments in your program, that is single line comment by using the double slash, and multi-line comments by using the single slash and asterisk and a single slash. So these are the two comment symbols we are using in our program to make any lines made a comment. So these are the three types of comments we are going to use in the Java to make any lines comment: single line comment, multi-line comment, and Java doc comment. And this is the Java tokens. And next topic we will discuss in the next section. So that is Java statements. Thank you.